Hello everybody, and welcome back to Letton Farm, where I have been extremely busy over the last few days. Unfortunately, I've not had much in the way of luck as to recording all of this, so I'll just quickly give you a little look at what we've done. We, over a couple of days ago, purchased this bit of land here off of the owner of Letton Farm. And when we got here, it was all full of trees. It was dense forest land like this. And we have been very, very busy chopping down trees and piling up the wood here. My plan is to sell it for wood chips, and we do still need some kind of stump grinder type thing, but this, I'm thinking, would make an absolutely perfect farmyard. I could build a couple of sheds in here. It's also worth saying that, as you can see, some areas of the wall are quite badly damaged, this one over here in particular. So I got my toolbox out and bought some wood. We put up a bit of a panel fence there just to try and secure our property a little bit. I can't really do it here just now because I piled all the wood up, and I've still got the trees to cut down here, so there's no point building a fence here because a tree will probably just fall into it and break it. We do still have quite a lot of tree trunks here, you know, the full logs that we do still need to chop down into manageable sections. Luckily, a local farmer with a telehandler has helped me push them out of the way because we're spread out everywhere. So they've all been pushed up here out of the way, which is very useful to us. And we have been using this little turbo saw. This thing has been invaluable to us. It's made the job so much easier. We do have a chainsaw, but that has made life so much easier. And this is, of course, our windmill home now. This is where we're actually sleeping at night. But the reason that there is not any footage of that is I was actually working this land, and the camera that I used to record these videos fell out of the tractor. It was sitting in the tractor on a tripod recording me working away on the trees, and unfortunately I thought it was okay, but it turns out it wasn't. It was very, very not okay. It was very broken, in fact. So we've now replaced it. We have a brand new camera, and hopefully we'll be a bit more careful with this one and not break it. But as for today's work, you may notice we're halfway through the day. We've had a busy morning moving some logs around and things like that, and we've actually just gotten a call from the owner of Letton Farm. He's asked if we can pop down because he has a bit of work for us. So let's jump into our trusty tractor here and leave our land behind for now. Now, I do need to do something about the grass after I get rid of the tree stumps, because I don't really see the point of building sheds on top of a whole heap of grass. It wouldn't really help the situation very much. So let's just make our way down to Letton Farm. Luckily, it's extremely close. It's right here, in fact. But we will go in his main entrance. Over the last couple of days he's been extremely busy. I've seen him going about in his pickup truck. So he's been quite busy. So hopefully he has a decent bit of work for us to do. There's his pickup there, in fact. At least we know he's in. Well, we'd hope he's in anyway. He did phone us to come down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and park our little tractor in this corner over here, out of the way. Just switch it off and we'll jump out. Be sure to close the door behind us. So let's go and find out where he is. I'm sure he'll be around here somewhere. I'll be back in just a second once I've spoken to him. Okay, we now know what he wants us to do today, and it's quite the task indeed. He's extremely busy just now. Like I said, he's away off in the pickup, delivering some seed. Didn't know he sold seed, but he wants us to use his nice shiny new combine in this field neighbouring ours. There's a gate here, but I'm not sure if the combine would actually fit through this gate. Hopefully it does. I have my doubts, actually. I don't think it will. No, I don't think it will at all. So that's unfortunate. But what we'll do is we'll move the combine down first, and then we'll walk back down and take the header down on a tractor. This is a very nice combine. I think I've actually, I think he's had me work this one before. It is extremely large. It's not as big as the neighbouring farmer's tractor. We had the first bit of harvesting for us to do. It's very unusual to drive a combine without a header attached to the back. But let's very slowly take it up towards our farm here. It's not got the best turning radius on it. But it does go quite quick. As you can see, it's as far as combines go, quite sprightly. Now, hopefully, there's enough of a clearance in here. Hopefully we can fit through that gate as well. So, we'll just jump out of it here. It does kind of fill that gateway, in fact. Now this, we'll just run down the side of the field here. We'll get the header up to the tractor. Up to the combine. I don't know where his tractor is. I suppose we could use ours. In fact, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll use our own tractor. Because, well, we have it. So, hopefully our tractor can actually manage this header. I would expect so. I would certainly hope so anyway. Now I think what I'll do is I will go the exact same way I did there with the combine. Does mean I'll have to move the combine, which is an unfortunate side effect. This trailer is very long, in fact. Very long indeed. Don't even think we're able to make it round here. Blocking traffic, always a good start to the day. There we go, we should make it round now. Just checking the mirror, make sure the trailer is still following us and we've not lost it. Everyone's very unhappy with us there. Well, that is the joys of farming. Nobody likes to see a tractor on the road. So we'll take it nice and slow along our rough track here. We don't want to drop that header, that would be disastrous. Now let's move this combine out of the way. What way is the header actually? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, this little gap in the wall works quite well for us actually. So what we'll do is we will very carefully reverse the combine around up here. That seems like quite the task. Let's go ahead and close our door so we don't lose it going into the field here. Hopefully we don't take out too much crop on the way in. I think I have no choice really. Now, I think turning this trailer around in this field without completely ruining crop is out of the question. But we can park up there. Hopefully that's out of the way. If not, we will move our tractor in a few minutes. We might not be in the way. Very narrow gateway here, in fact. Luckily the farmer's not here to see the mess we're making of his field. Works in our favour anyway. So let's just mate these two together. Make sure everything's all unfolded. Switch it on. There we go. Everything's all set up now. So let's just do our first pass over here. It should give us a bit of a buffer zone. Now it's not just harvesting he wants us to do. He wants us to completely return the field back to stubble state. So he wants us to bale this field actually, and then move the bales for him, which is going to be very interesting. I don't know how much clearance we have on that side. I didn't even go all the way in. Let's see. That's the reason we're going around the edge first. It kind of gives us a bit more space because it's a very packed field. It's almost up to the fence line. There's certainly not spare room in it. I'm assuming that bale trailer we can see in his barn there is the one he wants us to use. I'm not 100% sure. I need to see if we can get him on the phone and make sure before we start using equipment that we're not supposed to. I'll very slowly go around this corner here. I like how he's actually got his field around the shape of his silos and everything. He's very much maximised the efficiency of this field. Let's get all of that done. I think we're finished with the straw swath there. At least this combine's a bit more manageable for us, and we've got a few hours on harvesting now, so it's easier for us now. It is definitely easier for us, which is a definite bonus. So let's go full width on this one here. Okay, so I'm going to let that swath empty and crack on with this field. Hopefully you enjoy watching that. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate that we have just that little amount left. We've just phoned the farmer. He says that we can take his tractor, because ours is not capable of using his trailer, and we have to actually go and collect his trailer. He's left it down for some servicing, so we need to go and get it. Luckily we know where he keeps all the keys for his equipment, which is extremely useful. So we do need to go and get his lovely trailer. I do like his trailer, it's very nice. Very busy just now. Unusually busy time of day. It's not normally that busy around here. And we are a good few miles away from the nearest town. So I presume he means the sell point up here across from the Massey Ferguson store. This one just here. So now we need to go on the hunt for his trailer. I don't see it around the front here. It must be around the back. I didn't think they did service in here. Oh, there it is. I didn't think they did service in here, but maybe he knows somebody who does it for him. That's a new addition to the area. I wonder what that does. It looks like it's some kind of wood chipper. If it is, we will definitely be making use of that. So we have a lot of logs to get rid of. Let's make our way out of here and back to his farm, where we need to empty our, well, not our, his combine. I think it would be worth having the beacons on. I think the trailer has a beacon on it as well. But we'll get this combine emptied, get the rest of the field done. We still have to plough it. Hopefully we should have enough time to do that today. It's not a very big field, to be honest. So it shouldn't be an issue for us to plough. Not plough, bale. It would be an issue for us to bale it. I've not seen a plough anywhere, and we've not been asked to plough it, so wouldn't make him happy. He's got another tractor in that shed. Never noticed that one before. Oh, through the maze of our own land. It's almost a shame that we have so little left to do. I think I just caught the fence post there. And we'll go around this side of the combine, making sure that we will actually unload into our trailer here. Let's just see. Is that going in? It is. Let's pull forward a little bit. It's certainly unloading relatively quick. So let's make sure everything still works. Not that I expect it would have broken in that brief amount of time. Bring the pipe back in. And let's just get the last little section of this field done. There's much to do. I think I missed a little bit there. A tiny little bit. Because I'll get in that bit too. Okay. So let's take the pipe back out and see if we can unload this tiny amount into the trailer from here. We can. So, let's put this header back on to the header trailer here. Not something I've ever actually done before. So hopefully it's relatively straightforward. I think that looks about right. It's a bit too far forward, I'd say. Let's try again there. That looks about right. I think we're clear of the tractor there. Let's take the combine back down to the farm. I'll get it off the field, it's not needed anymore. Certainly not for us anyway. Very, very tight through here with all these trees. Luckily this is not something we're going to have to do every day. I'm very thankful of that. It's quite a tricky field to get into. There is another way into the field I noticed, but I think it's through a neighbouring farmer's land, which is probably not the best thing to do with a combine. Not sure what happened there. I think we just caught that road marker a little bit. Very, very narrow entrance here. So let's put his combine right up at the back of the shed here. Just double check that we've not damaged anything. Maybe it was just the suspension that went a little bit unusual there. No idea what caused that. I'm going to assume it was the road marker. We'll go and empty the grain first, because we've got this tractor running, which we probably shouldn't have left it running, but we did because we're not very good farmers, let's be honest. But we are certainly getting there. We're better than we were when we started, and it's only been about a week so far, so with this rate of progression we're doing quite well. I'd like, if at all possible, to go straight in here. I think that would be quite convenient. It's only just over 8,000 litres that we got, but I suppose it all counts. Let's park his trailer up over here. Which is certainly not going to be the easiest thing to do, because I can't see past it. Let's try and get it a bit straighter than that. That looks terrible. That's, I think, very squint, in fact. Yeah, it is. Right about there will do us. Let's turn the beacons off. Just going to put his tractor over here for now, actually. Kind of a bit out of the way. That's not terrible. It could have been closer to the wall, and it could have definitely been straighter. But I've parked worse. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the header back to the farm, and then I'm going to get the baler all the way up here. Crack on with baling, really. So I'll join you in just a second when we're back on the baler. Okay guys, here's the baler. It's a little MF5. It looks like a square baler. It's quite nice, quite a big bale. I didn't know he had this. It fits the tractor quite nicely as well. So that's always a bonus. And let's just get on with it really. Not much else to say about it. It's a baler. It makes bales. Relatively straightforward piece of machinery. It's like effectively a compacting loading wagon, as far as I understand. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's how I imagine it would work. It loads and compacts simultaneously, or maybe not simultaneously. I have no idea. I'm just guessing here. Okay. Let's see. Let's lower it and turn it on and go ahead and jump out and make sure that that is all working. That's down and working. This is folded out. It looks like it may be working. So, I guess we just get on with it. Not expecting it to make many bales out of this field, to be honest. Probably only a few. It's doing a very good job though. Very good job indeed. Quite a nice piece of equipment. Never used a baler before. Well, I don't see any bales behind us just yet. Hopefully everything's working as it should be. Don't know what the frequency of these is. Don't know if I should expect to see a bale by now. It is collecting the straw, so it must be doing something with it. Let's see about going up this one. Preferably on the swath would be nice. Still not seeing any bales. There's possibly one back there. Probably missing more than we're actually getting here. Okay, now let's do some of these roads. We'll start over this side. So that way we're finishing closer to the gate. Oh, there's a bale over there. Hopefully everything's alright with it. Given the turning radius of this tractor, I'm going to do it every second swath, first of all. Another bale there. It looks alright actually. Doesn't look like it's got any problems. Let's see, where is my next swath? There's another bale. We're getting loads of bales now. And now what I'll do is I'll go back around the field to the very far end again and do the exact same thing. See if I can get this little bit of straw here as well. I probably could go ahead and get this one, but like I said, I'll go around. Let me get this edge piece over here as well. Only 3 more swaths left to do. Of course we did miss a bit over there, but we don't need to get every tiny little bit of straw, surely. Hopefully we got all of that one, because that was quite a decent little pile we had there. Quite a decent pile indeed. This tractor is badly needing a wash. So that's that one done. Looks like we did miss a bit. I think I can just see a little pile. We'll see about getting that at the end. Last row now, or swath. That will do us nicely. Let's double check that we've got everything. Everything down this end. There's a bit up here. There's quite a few bales here actually. I've got a couple of little missed bits up here. That should have gotten them. Now, let's go ahead and unload those bales. Let's have a look. We should have, yeah, there's 2 more bales. That's pretty reasonable actually. Quite happy with that. So let's hope that that other bale fell off. We'll take his baler back. We're done with it for the day. I'm not sure how we're supposed to collect these bales, so again, it'll be another phone call. Forever on the phone to him. He should maybe just tell us all the information at the start of a job. It would make our life quite a lot easier. So his baler was in this shed over here, next to his loading wagon. So of course we're going to put it back. Hopefully we don't catch that post. We're very close to it. Let's just straighten that up a bit. We're supposed to be professionals. Something like that will do. So I'll go and phone the farmer, find out how we're supposed to collect all these bales, and I will be back in just a few moments. I do apologise about not recording the loading of the bales, but that took every ounce of my concentration. I have never used a front loader before. I've never loaded bales before. I think I've done relatively well. I took my time with it. It took me almost an hour, which we will maybe not tell the farmer. This is what we were using, a Universal 445 DTC with a bale spike on the front. I kind of have the hang of it now. It's not terribly difficult once you get the hang of it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this back where we got it. We got it from in here. And we've also been told that this is where he'd like the bales put. Now again, I'm not going to record the unloading of the bales because, well, it takes all my concentration. I'm not quite that skilled at it yet. But what I'll do is I will record me, I'm just going to jump over the wall here. I will record me taking the bales down. This is a very interesting trailer. Its front axle steers. It's a rolling trailer, and it has twin wheels. twin wheels front and back, and the front axle steers. It's very unusual. It's very unusual indeed. I don't think we're going to need our beacons for this, because it's private roads we're going down. As you can see, the trailer steers with me. It's a very unusual feeling to be towing a trailer like that. But on the plus side, it does mean that it can get around some quite narrow areas with relative ease. Hopefully the trees that's still on our land don't damage any of the bales that's there. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to sit here and put the hazards and the beacons on. Because this is where we're going to unload them from. We're going to unload them straight through this gate. We'll pull forward to get the rest of them off the back, but this will be a good start for us. So let's just go ahead and take these straps off the first three, and I will join you when they're all stacked up inside this shed somewhere. I presume that's where he wanted them, he said, at the dairy. I'd want them undercover personally, so I'll put them undercover. I can always move them later if he wants. But I will be back in just a few moments. And I'm back. That took me the best part of half an hour to do that, but here we go. Our 9 bales that we created, stacked up in the corner of this barn here. I'm guessing this is where he wants it. I've left this tractor here as well, so if he does want to move them or use them currently, the tractor's there to do so. And we need to quite quickly go ahead and move this trailer, because it is currently blocking the road, which is certainly not ideal. I do dislike reversing trailers like this. The trick to it is to just take it very, very easy. Hopefully we'll get through it, yeah. That's where front steering trailers come into their own. You can... I don't know if it's going to make it around that corner right enough. Of course it is. Okay, so we're going to leave this trailer next to his Bailey trailer. And we are going to wash his tractor. Because it is filthy. We do spend a lot of time maintaining other people's equipment. But that's just the price of using other people's equipment, really. Didn't take much to wash it. I think he's just recently serviced this tractor as well, because it was parked over here. It was parked in this area here, which is clearly his workshop. But he has told us that in payment for that job, there is no financial payment, but this little trailer here is ours for the taking. And that is exactly what we need. We desperately need a trailer. So our tractor could maybe be doing with a wash, but we don't need to just now. We can still see out the windscreen just fine. Now let's try our best not to run over any of those suicidal chickens. And we will leave with our trailer. While I was unloading the bales, I did speak to the farmer, and he says that when we're finished, just to take the trailer and go. He knows where we live, so if there's something he's not happy about, he can always come and see us, or alternatively he can just phone us. He does have our phone number, but given that we are, well, basically neighbours at this point, but look at this trailer. It's an old one. He's recently painted it. It is an old trailer, but it works with our tractor perfectly. It's the perfect size. Very, very happy about that. And it will give us a way to move some of that firewood that we have as well. But that's been a long day. We got quite a lot done today in one field, which I'm quite happy about. There's our new fence here. Need to be careful not to crash into that. I just want to move this trailer kind of out of the way for the moment. Yeah, there's too many logs in the way there. It's not the biggest area that we have bought, but it is ours, which is the important thing. It's only a little log, I'm sure we can survive. It might have been a tree stump actually, I'm not entirely sure. I can't see the back wheels. But we're gonna park the trailer up here. I think that's a good place for it. It will be getting used quite a bit, but we've had an extremely long day, an extremely busy day. So I am going to call it a day here. We'll just, before we finish this episode, let's take a little look over what we've achieved today. Very happy with those results. Hopefully the farmer is as well. We'll find out. But yeah, I think that's all we have time for today. It's starting to get dark and it's time for dinner, I think. But thank you all very kindly for watching this. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to come back for the next episode tomorrow. Thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.